Well guys, the owner of Blox Fruits might just actually be in trouble. And no guys, I'm not even joking, man. This is not looking too good. And I know most of you guys who just clicked on this video is probably wondering like, hey, what is going on? Like, what exactly is happening? Well guys, let's just say that over 50% of all of the Blox Fruits YouTubers are now converting to other games, along with just adding different games to their channel. 5 more YouTubers just in the span of the last 3 days came out and started making videos on that Blox Fruits is dying. And today guys, I think I just witnessed Blox Fruits reach its lowest player count I ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm going to be going over exactly why the owner is in trouble because of the game, the reason why the game is the way it is, everything that is happening. Stay throughout this entire video, man. You don't want to miss it because this right here could possibly break down the future of this game and if things is actually coming to a crashing conclusion. Okay guys, just starting off strong with just the pure truth at the very start of this video, man. Literally guys, as you guys can see, I ended up recording this today. There was only 214,000 people playing this game. And I know you may be thinking like, wait, that's still 200,000 guys. This is record low breaking numbers for this game. I never seen this game become this low in player count, and it is pretty heartbreaking, I'm not gonna lie. Now don't worry, because throughout this entire video there's not gonna just be bad news. There is good news and there is still life for the game, but at this very moment the game is experiencing its lowest possible. And yes guys, at this very moment it is safe to say that the game isn't dead, but it is starting to be less living. Let's just put it that way, man. Before we ended up getting the dragon update, guys, that right there was update 20 when we got the dragon update. And as you guys can see, the game had reached 1.5 million, and I think it even broke over 1.5 million if I'm not mistaken. I think it went to 2 million. I could be wrong, but 1.5 million. And around this time the game was literally averaging around 600 to around 1 million players. So the game was pretty much at its peak. However, it took literally ages for that update to come out, and after that update guys, we ended up getting a couple of more updates, but it's the fact that the game just doesn't update enough. And yeah, we're kind of just in this stage of getting an update once every 3 to 4 months or longer. Very recently, more YouTubers ended up coming out talking about the current state of the game. Many people is leaving, many people is just playing something else temporarily. It is just tough guys, it really is tough, man, and it is sad to see. And the reason why is because it's the honest truth that the game is actually losing its player count. Many people who watch my videos literally say that I'm one of the last people bringing hope to this game, and that right there is honestly pretty crazy. Very big YouTubers such as Kitt Gaming ended up actually is now playing different games. I mean, he's literally playing Blue Lock Rivals, Grow Garden, yeah man, and he's still doing Blox Fruits, but it just goes to show you that the game right now is kind of currently at a point where YouTubers is looking for other means of content due to the game just having not enough content and people starting to leave. We also have Jen, one of my favorite YouTubers, very nice person. Jen has also switched and is now playing Grow Garden along with making Blox Fruits content, so Jen is doing both. We have Me and You, and Me and You is also doing Grow Garden content as well. So yeah guys, it just goes to show you that pretty much all of the biggest and just different influential creators, nearly 50% of all of the creators on Blox Fruits is now doing more content than just Blox Fruits. And even though 214,000 is the lowest I ever seen this game reach, and it's possibly the lowest the game has ever reached in many years, it is honestly probably way lower than that of actual active players. That is 214,000 people in the game, but there's a large percentage of that is more than likely hackers, guys, literally just hacking us out of the game, farming, just doing all type of weird stuff. And then another large percentage of that, guys, is the people who's not even using hacks, but the people who's literally just bots, guys, just botted accounts just inside the game, just sitting there with their bots, many different botted accounts just there just to help them, I guess, collect things, guys. So there is possibly a lot of bots to consider as well. So if we minus the hackers and the bots, then yeah, we could be looking at possibly only around maybe 150,000 actual players. So who knows, man, it could be pretty low. And I'm sure many of you guys are probably wondering like, okay, why now? Why is the game now dying? Because these things has always been happening. Why is it now dying? Well, that is simply because there is more games now that people is deciding to play. Games such as Grow a Garden, who literally averages over 2 million concurrent players at all times, is honestly ridiculous. Like, this game is putting up Fortnite numbers, and yeah guys, a lot of people are just starting to play games that is now more available to them, that updates more frequently, and this right here is possibly contributing to the downfall of Blox Fruits currently. We also have Dead Rails, who just updated recently, had almost 1 million people playing. I think it peaked at like around 700-800,000, and Dead Rails right now has 410,000. So Dead Rails has around 2 times the amount of active players inside of Blox Fruits, as well as Blox Rivals that currently has almost 100,000, but it literally updates almost every week, and when it updates it reaches around 300,000, and at times literally it has more concurrent players than Blox Fruits. So those are the reasons guys on why Blox Fruits is not having a lot of its player count, and a lot of people just stop playing due to just inactivity on the updates. Newer, more broad range of games that is now available to people to play, and they're deciding to play those instead of Blox Fruits now. And possibly just the grinding system guys. The grinding system is probably really tedious to a lot of players. They just don't want to grind NPCs 24/7, so they're just deciding to not really play the game. And that right there is not a super big problem, because if there was enough content inside of this game, people will put up with the grinding. Just as all you guys watching this video, you guys have all already grinded inside of the game because you did that in hopes of achieving new things inside of the game out of motivation. But since the game just barely updates, there's not really enough motivating things for players to really come back and play the game, especially if they have already grinded or don't really feel like grinding anymore. So that right there guys is all of the reasons on why the game's player count has been going down. But there is good news. The good news is that the game isn't dead, and I don't believe that it's going to be dead guys. I think the game is definitely going to have a comeback, and it's definitely going to put itself back inside of a pretty stable position. Now everything does have to do with the next update, whether or not how good the next update is. If it is good enough, it could possibly just propel this game back into a pretty good position, and hopefully we can see the day where the game actually reaches over 1 million players. I know there are some things that they could definitely do inside of this game that I did mention before, where they could reach over 1 million players, just as revamping the grinding system, adding a new C such as C4, and so many different other possibilities. But in my most previous Blox Fruits video, I ended up talking about how one of the admins ended up saying that we're finally going to get some pretty good information about the next update. So hopefully this next update is actually going to be exciting, and this could help bring a lot of players back into the game. As of right now, the game currently is at its lowest state. It's really not even averaging 300,000 players. I don't think I've seen it reach 300,000 at all today, which is very concerning actually. And it just seems like every 2 months the game is kind of just dropping a consistent 20 to 30,000 players. I mean, I could be wrong, but just 3 to 4 months ago I could have swore the game was just averaging 400,000. Like, I'll cut on the game and it'll always just say like 400,000 players or 414,000, and I thought that was pretty low for the game. But to see it now just at a consistent 200,000 is just mind-blowing. That's almost 50% of his fan base from just 3 months ago, so that is pretty crazy. Now I do have a very popular suggestion, and hopefully all of the admins and the owners is possibly seeing this video. Hopefully this somehow gets to them, but I strongly recommend that they don't have just updates every single like multiple months and just have like a whole bunch of stuff inside of it. I strongly recommend them to just start breaking it down and release those updates bit by bit, and that way it is more consistent. A good example of this would be the 3 reworks that we ended up getting, which was the Falcon, aka the Eagle Fruit, Gravity Fruit rework, and the Barrier, aka the Creation Fruit. Instead of waiting months for that update, they should have just released one by one, so that way we could get at least 3 updates possibly every 2 weeks or so, and that way the game could just have a consistent update instead of just releasing all 3 at once and having everybody wait multiple months. So you guys let me know down below in the comment section, would you rather have them just drop it more consistently and work on the next piece by piece, or what they're doing now, working on everything and then dropping it around 3 to 4 to 5 months later. Because me personally, guys, I would have been satisfied if we ended up getting the eagle rework 1 month, and then possibly 2 weeks after that, or the month after that, we ended up getting the gravity rework, and then 2 weeks or to a month after that, we ended up getting the barrier rework, aka the creation fruit. That is just my thoughts. You guys comment down below what you guys do think, and hopefully that you all did enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'm going to be reading every single comment, man, so don't forget to comment, and I will see you guys in my next one. 2,000 likes is the like goal, or 1.5 thousand actually, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.